Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with another What Sold video. I have my little guy here. This is Zane. He's almost 2. He wanted to be a part of the video. He loves, yeah, he's kind of a ham. We were watching a lot of Josh in the back here, actually. So just trying to catch up on his What Sold videos. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. You guys are awesome. Those of you who might be new, with regard to comments, I'm usually behind on them. I do read them when they come through, but then I take a section of time to kind of respond and answer them. So I appreciate that. Just be patient. It's not that I'm ignoring them. Yeah, you're just talking, aren't you? You say hi? Hi? What does a sheep say? Bah. Bah, yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll answer some questions at the end. Take care. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with the What Sold update for Monday. There's like 12 sales. One order is 3 different things, so that's kind of cool. And then there's one item I haven't found yet. I think now I may know where it is. So hopefully it's a disc, a part of a set that I parted out. Hopefully I'll find that. If not, I'll come back in the next clip and tell you guys what happened. But I'm surprised it wasn't where I thought it was, but then I've done some thinking since then. I think it might be somewhere else. We can only pray that it's there, but let's get into what we do have. So my favorite sale of the day, it's not the highest dollar, but I'm happy with what I got. These are some Skechers shape-ups, size 8.5. Very clean shoes. There's some yellowing to the little sides there, but these sold for $55 ship, full price. I had best offer on. I paid $5 each. I actually bought another pair, sorry. Another pair, I paid $5 each for them, and then this ended up going for $55 ship. So sometimes you list high and you can get high if you just, well, you won't get high. I don't know about that, but I mean, you'll get a higher asking price if you just sometimes list better and take decent pictures. Again, my pictures aren't perfect. You know, they work with what I'm doing. I take them on this desk right here, so you'll see it in the image on the screen. There's the desk that I'm using. I just have some lights that kind of come in like this. And then I just take some pictures, and that's how it goes. So nothing fancy, but it works. So 55 shipped on those. Back to the action, we have a big box of Star Wars figures. This is from the $1,600 buy. A lot of them have missing accessories. Some have missing legs, heads. It's just kind of a whole mix of stuff. Some cards even. These were kind of the leftovers, stuff that didn't seem to have value or was broken. Took a best offer of 100 shipped on this bucket. Just happy to get rid of it. So 100 shipped. It's going to go over a pound, obviously. It'll be a couple pounds, but probably go pirate ship because it's pretty compact for the weight. So we'll get that packed up and out of here. These took forever to sell. It's 15 Dora DVDs. I paid $10 for all of them, I think, something like that. And they sold for 30-something shipped, 36 shipped. Probably wouldn't buy them again. And the DVDs are okay, but the cases, some of them are just like trash. It's like, what did you guys do to your DVDs? Well, these ones all look okay, but down here, you can kind of see some of them just look destroyed. This right here, it's like not so great. So 30-something shipped on those. They go medium now, so we're still going to make good money, but DVDs like this, you got to get them really cheap, and I want to make sure they're in really, really good shape before I pick them up in the future for the kids ones. And the problem is with the kids ones, a lot of those ones seem to have the scratching because kids took them out, put them on the floor, stuff like that. So you got to double check those ones. Here's a book. I bought a bunch of books from the same person I got the cassettes from, and a lot of them were on like African American history, stuff in Egypt, as well as some of civil rights stuff, a whole bunch of interesting books, actually, and kind of stuff I had never seen before. So I listed a lot of them. A lot of them didn't have a lot of comps on there, but some of them did, and some I just took some chances on. This was African Origin of Biological Psychiatry by Richard King. I don't know anything about it. Didn't read it or anything, but just looked interesting, and I took a shot, and this took a best offer of 20 shipped. And actually, I sent an offer to one watcher, had it listed at 25, sent an offer for 20, and someone jumped on it. So goes medium out. I'm happy about that. We paid $10 for all the books that we bought, and we've already sold like 4 for somewhere between 10 and 20 each. So that's awesome. A couple of games, Knights of the Old Republic sold for like 12 ships, something like that. Somewhere around there, I'm not sure exactly. And then Simpsons Road Rage, I think, was 9 ships. So those games always sell. Not huge money makers, but easy. 3 DS games. This is one order. This buyer's bought for me a bunch of times. Super Mario, I think, sold for 18. Mario Kart for 11. And then Super Mario Brothers DS for 12. So those will just go in one order, so we'll save on the shipping. Another LiftMaster 485LM. This is the last battery backup that we have. This one sold for 33 shipped. It's going to Puerto Rico. So we'll get that packed up. Probably go pirate ship just because of, again, weight and size. Doesn't fit in the padded flat rate. So we'll get rid of that. And that's it. We don't have any more, but I'd love to find more because they've sold really, really well, especially in the past couple weeks. And then lastly, this is a Brower Brothers, I believe, Brower Bros, out of St. Louis, like a little belt here. We can hold like ammo. This one I ended up selling for $25 on the best offer. I want to say I paid between $3 and $5 for it, and I listed it. It took forever to sell. I sent an offer out to Watchers, I think, for $25. Should have had it at $35, and then someone jumped on it. So it's kind of beat up, but sure does look cool. So $25 shipped on that. Happy to get it out here. So I'll show you guys that next thing if I find it, or if anything else sells. And if not, I'll at least try to come back and remember to tell you what happened or why I couldn't find that thing, or at least give you some more information on it. So, all right, that's it. Hey everyone, final sale. We did find it. It's the Les Mills Pump Disc 1 Pump Challenge. This is a disc only replacement disc for $14.99, and it's sold. We'll put it in a case and get it shipped out. I've mentioned this before. You're not supposed to sell Beachbody. They're one of those Vero people. They're a real pain in the butt to deal with. So what you should probably do is not sell it. But if you did, and I was to offer any kind of recommendation, do not put Beachbody in the title, in the description, in the attribute, whatever characteristics section. Do not use that wording. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We're back with the sales from Tuesday. Quite a bit of sales here. Good mix of stuff. So let's go ahead and get right in. Starting with Lost Season 6. This is episode number 3. This sold for like $8 or something by itself. I got 2 of these, like disc 2 and disc 3, for I think $2 each, or no, $2 for both, sorry. I thought they'd sell for a little more because I think Season 6 on Lost sells the best, but just the disc 3 sold for 8 shipped, so that was pretty cool. This is a Leandro Carvalho's Brazil butt lift by the all-hated Beachbody brand who likes the Vero people. This, I think I just sold the Beachbody thing right before this. I sold this instantly. It sold within, like, I shouldn't say instantly, but maybe within minutes. I paid $4 for it at a thrift store, sold it for $21.99. It is complete. You shouldn't really sell Beachbody. They Vero you. You could have some account issues. I don't recommend it at all, and I'd recommend, avoiding it like the plague if you're fearful of your account. But if you do, again, list it, I wouldn't include this word right here in the listing. So that's sold for $19.99. Some more of the Decon. This is 3 packs of the green. This is actually the last of the green I had. I forgot I had one set of 3 I did not list. I listed it last night for $59.99, and it sold for $59.99. So that's awesome. These are from a big candy. It's like an old media buy that I had from Storage Unit Guy. These are Maxell XL2 3590s. Look out for some of these Maxell reel-to-reels. They do really well. These sold used for 60 shipped, and they sold almost within like hours. And I may have been able to get more. I was looking at some comps, and they were kind of all over the place, but I think I should have gone a little bit higher. But still 60 shipped on that. I paid $4.10 for everything. That included the KitchenAid stuff we're about to see and a bunch of other stuff. So we're already about halfway back to our money back, which is good. And I still haven't even listed everything yet, and there's still a lot to sell. So right there, you're at 60 shipped on those. Here's a little Lego pterodactyl thing. This sold for like 9 shipped. I think I paid like $1 for them. I sold one before, and I thought for whatever reason they did better. His wing is actually backwards, but for whatever reason, I thought they were like a $12 to $15 sale, but it's only about $9. So still okay, but happy to get them out of here. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. This sold for like 27 shipped. Came in a big video game buy. Namco Museum Greatest Hits sold for 10 shipped, but this one took a while, so probably wouldn't list it that high again, or maybe not even list it at all. Here's a Makita replacement battery. This one's still sealed, but the packaging is rough. It was $5 at a Salvation Army, half off right before the new year. And this sold for 65 shipped, full price, so that was cool. Here's a T-Mobile Sidekick. There we go. You can kind of see the screen does that. This one's jacked up. No battery cover. No battery. It sold for like 20 shipped for parts. If you find the Sidekicks, I sold one for like $40 for parts. It didn't work. I think it was the Sidekick 2 or something like that. I don't remember, but it was like silver, grayish color. But if you see these T-Mobile Sidekicks with the cool keyboards, look them up. Some of them do well. A couple of KitchenAid parts. This is the blade, sold for 20. Whoops. Sold for 27 shipped on that guy. And then here is the egg whip attachment with the little paperwork. That's sold for like 18 shipped. Some discoloration on here, but again, it's going to go first class. Happy about that. These are some like little vacuum tube type things. You can see the model number there. These came in a big buy from Storage Unit Guy, as always. I think I paid 300 and something that day. I don't remember even. 400, I don't know. It was a big buy. I had a bunch of big stuff, and I bought a bunch of these little vacuum tubes. I sold one set for 80 already. This set of 5, they're all the same, sold for 23 shipped, and I think I have 2 more sets of these, so hopefully they'll sell, and we'll make some more money there. And then lastly, this is a Central Tool Company micrometer. It's like a 2 to 3 inch one, if I'm not mistaken. This sold for 20 shipped on a best offer. I paid $5 at a garage sale, and then it should still probably go first class. It might just make it first class. If not, it'll go into padded flat rate. We won't make a ton. Some micrometers are valuable. You got to get them at the right price and know what you're dealing with. And I'm not even sure exactly. I know Starred or whatever is a good brand, but there's other ones too. But do some research if you want to sell micrometers. So that's it for right now. If anything else sells, I will let you guys know. Hey everyone, final 2 sales from Tuesday. This is a Cuisinart. I think it's a DLC7 pusher. It probably sold for between $8 and $10. This just goes in the food processor to push everything down into it. Again, it goes first class, probably costs $3 something to ship it. We'll make a few bucks on that. I always part them out. These pushers always sell. People are always losing or breaking there, so they're worth listing. Again, you don't make a ton, but they do sell. This is going to be, when I sell all these, if I do sell them all, I should say, it will go down as one of my best like retail arbitrage type buys. There is like a discount store that has a bunch of, I think they buy like returns or pallets or overstock, things like that. These are HP page wide. Never seen this type of ink before. 976Y magenta. It's for an extra high yield original page wide cartridge. So these are brand new sealed. They were listed at $14.99 in the store. Then some of them had a $5 price tag. She said that that was wrong, but they were willing to honor. I think I bought like 10 for $5 each. And they're all brand new sealed, and they did expire in December of 2018. I bought them in the end of 2019, and then I listed them for like 100 or best offer. Took a best offer of 89 on this one. I've sold 2 so far. One paid full price, and then one paid 89, so that's about 200. We're already in the profit at this point. There's no issue with making money, but if they all sell, even 80 plus, we'll make a bunch of money. I'm hoping. I don't think they're that popular, and obviously there's not a higher demand, and mine are expired, so that does turn away some people, but the first person bought it and did give good feedback, so hopefully this one will go through as well. The store said they had more, so I'm going to go back there to see. I didn't really spend a whole lot of time, but they had a lot of other cosmetics and health and beauty type items that were there, and some of those, if they're discontinued, can do well. So I'm going to probably spend a good hour or so in there and look, and I'm going to see if I can find more of these too, because they're probably worth picking up if they'll do 5 each. So that's sold for 89 shipped. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with the sales for Wednesday. I actually have one more to show you, but I made a mistake and grabbed the wrong t-shirt. I just listed them recently. It's actually a Mark Martin shirt. This one right here. This one is listed, but I sold another one for $25, and I told my wife to grab the Mark Martin shirt with the face on it, and it wasn't that one, it was the other one. So I'll show you guys that later. But did sell a couple other things. These are some Disney scrubs, size 2XL. They're Mickey and Minnie ones. 4 of them, they sold for 50 shipped. These came in a big buy from Storage Unit Guy when I bought all the garage door remotes. I had 3 sets of these scrub setups or whatever, 3 or 4. I think I've sold 2 or 3, and then I got like maybe 1 left to go. So 50 shipped, pretty good on that. There's 4 scrubs in there, so what, $12.50 each. Scrubs can do well. Usually it's the subject matter and the size that matters. There are a couple of brands that, I don't know if Koi still does really well. That was a good brand a while back that used to do, you could sell scrubs by the brand Koi, I believe it was, and they did pretty well. So look out for them. You can get them for the right price and the right themes. Here's a Total Gym set of 3 DVDs. They're all sealed. Get ripped results. Yeah. Beginner program and the intermediate program. These were actually at a Salvation Army that's closing down for remodeling, and everything was 75% off. So these are usually $2. Ended up getting them for 75% off. And I think she still gave me another discount on top of that, because when I bought everything, the price was like $6. I got a bunch of DVDs, CDs, some shoes, and some other stuff. So these sold for 37 shipped though for all three of these. So an awesome deal there. Look out for the Total Gym stuff. Two Wii Motion Plus little adapters. These sold for like $11.99 shipped, something like that. They go first class, really easy sale. So I list mine a little bit higher and just kind of wait on them. Eventually someone picks them up. Here is a Fiji ornament. Fiji graphics there from 2001. This is the iridescent angel. Got this nice fancy case. You can kind of see the design there. I got 3 of these Fiji ornaments from Storage Unit Guy. He had them with all the Christmas stuff. I pulled these out just because the boxes look nice. They're from the early 2000s. Took a chance on them, and I sold one for, I think, 25, and this one sold for 20 or 25, somewhere around there, shipped. So pretty good deal there. It will go first class, but we'll wrap it up with some bubble wrap and get it in a nice box. Here's one of the Leapfrog Fridge Phonics little letter things you put in your fridge, and your kid can put the letter up, and then the dog kind of talks to you and says the letter and all that stuff. I've told you before, they have different ones. They have one that's a farm animal one. They have one that's like transportation, boats, planes, and stuff. Those ones do even better. Or the letter ones that have 3 letters. You can put like 3 letters in there or spell a word. Those ones are better too. This one's sold for 20 shipped. Ends up going, I think, in a padded flat rate because of the weight. So you make a little bit of money on it. I wouldn't pick these up unless they're like $1 or something or $2, and you know it has all the pieces. But look out for the bigger sets or the ones with the animals and stuff. They do even better. And lastly, this is an iOmega zip drive, a 100 megabyte USB powered zip drive. The box is faded. Looks like it's been sitting like out at a swap meet in the sun forever. But the inside is actually, I can't really see, but it's all sealed. Everything's still in the original wrapping. All the paperwork included. No damage, no water damage, nothing. So this came in a big buy from Storage Unit Guy. You probably saw the video when I bought a bunch of the TRS-80 and Tandy stuff. If not, who cares? If you find these iOmega zip drives, some of them do well. They're not all valuable. This got 72 on a best offer. It will go out priority mail. I think at probably right around the 2-pound rate. It's not super heavy. A good question may have been, why did I include the box? And I'm still wondering the same thing, because the box is beat up. It's trashed. I probably could have been just as good selling the zip drive and everything by itself, and I probably could have got it all on a padded flat rate and packed it up nicely. But either way, I don't know if the box added any value in this condition. If the box was in good shape, then yes, it definitely would have. But either way, 72 shipped is a great deal for an old used zip drive. Who uses these? I don't know, but they still sell for some reason. So keep an eye out. And while we're here, I ordered some new lights right here. I don't want to blind anybody, but it's got this like little gooseneck, and it mounts down here. This is just a box of cassettes I had. I was hoping it would mount to the actual thing, but the opening's not big enough to fit around that, so I'm gonna have to modify it. I got like 2 of these, I think, for 60 something bucks. 2 of the little gooseneck lights. I want to hook them up on the back side here and kind of angle them on each side of my desk. That way I can get some extra lighting in, because this desk is so wide that, as you can see, this one light right here is on, but when you get to the middle here, you end up with not too much light, or the back. So I'm hoping these lights coming up over the top will offer a little bit of better lighting. So it seems pretty cool. It sure is brightening up right here with just one of them. So we'll get the other one hooked up and we'll figure out a mounting thing. But if I like them, I'll put a link to them hopefully, so you guys might be able to check them out. It probably will be an affiliate link, obviously, because that's just what people do. But either way, do some research. The gooseneck is cool though, because you can kind of adjust it how you want it. So far I'm liking it. That's it though. Let's get into the next clip. You guys should see the other Mark Martin shirt that sold. Hey everyone, we're back with the question and answer part. So we'll get right in here going. This is Invictus 579 asked, do I sell on any other platforms like Amazon, things like that? I'm assuming Mercari, Poshmark, all that. And if no, why? I do have some things that go to Amazon. My wife has an FBA account. She kind of does stuff, some Walmart clearance. Not a whole lot, but she'll just kind of find stuff periodically. She also does some merchant fulfilled for certain items. So I've sent some chess books into her and have her sold there. Some other books that I found that were more valuable on Amazon. But mostly all my inventory is sold on eBay or large things on Facebook Marketplace. The other platforms are great, and I would encourage you, if possible, to diversify. Sell some stuff on Amazon, send some stuff in if you can. Cross-post your stuff on Poshmark and Mercari, and it can be, even some people sell on Bonanza, I think, still. There's definitely more platforms to make money. I would say time is my biggest detriment to why I don't sell anywhere else. Not because they're bad platforms, just because I don't want to take the time to figure it out. I probably should look into some of those places that list for you, like cross post for you, and sell there. It might be good, but for now, this is where we are. Another question. This is from College Debt Slavery. Asks if you print a label on eBay or Etsy and it doesn't print or some kind of issue, can you get a refund? I can't speak on behalf of Etsy because I don't sell there, but on eBay, yes, I have had to void labels before, or labels didn't work, and I've had to get refunds for them. Usually it takes a little bit, and then you'll get the refund from eBay shipping in your account or whatever. I've also had some where I printed a label. The buyer ended up canceling the sale in the process before it went to the post office, and I was able to void it and get the money back. So that can happen too. There may be certain time frames for when it can be done, so I'm not sure about that, but jump on it right away if it does happen. Another question was from Joseph Ryland about, it's a tax question. I don't give tax advice because you should always talk with your tax person, accountant, whoever's doing it for you to make sure you're doing things right. Plus, there's different ways people handle their taxes with regard to if it's like a cash operation or if it's like an accrual, different things. So do some research if you don't have a tax guy, but you want to know about that. But the question was, can you write stuff off if it's a bad buy or it's not selling? And yes, you can donate stuff as a write-off. Again, you want to talk with your tax guy, though, to see. I know I'm able to with the stuff that I'm doing, so I'll just let him know what parts were donated. It doesn't happen too often, but it does. But again, you should probably talk with the tax guy, get some better advice, and it depends on what kind of operation you're running, I'm sure, too, how you're keeping your books. And the last question from, I think it's Jed Evans, if I'm not mistaken, and if I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. This was a question that he noticed I had a Cowboys lanyard on, and wanted to know if I was a Texas native, anything like that. No, I'm not. I'm actually from Florida. I'm just a Cowboys fan. I think I was a younger child. I know I was when the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl in the 90s. My cousin and I, to this day, still like them. We used to watch Super Bowls at their house, so I'm just a Cowboys fan. I've lived in Florida and in California, so there's no real rhyme or reason, but Cowboys fan to the end. So if you're a Cowboys fan, let me know in the comments because we need to stick together. We need to make it to the Super Bowl. It's been way too long. So if you're not a Cowboys fan, no hate, though. I mean, it's football. There should never be hate between what teams you like. So either way, enjoy football. I've been watching the XFL. Not that exciting. NFL is still way better. So hopefully it'll come back pretty soon. Won't take too long before we can get back to the Cowboys. So that's all, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions in the next video, or put them in this comment and I'll answer them in the next video. Take care.